I need to set up, so let me eat this real quick. Make sure it looks good. Yeah. All right. So I'll be predicting, well, not predicting, but making my kind of case on every somewhat important college football game in week 8. Um, Let me give my predictions. As of right now, it's Tuesday night. So Arkansas State now South Alabama playing. I'm not going to do any of these games. They're not really all that important. No important games on Wednesday. We'll do Tulsa and East Carolina. Um, East Carolina is favored by 17 and a half. Let's just go get some stats real quick. Hauser. Okay. Let's go. We got Tulsa, ACU. So Hauser. I think that's correct, right? Yeah. Okay. So this dude. He's also there at home. I'll do that just so you guys can see who's at home. Um, so 187 yards. Um, I'm not. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna do myself like that every time. He's 77 for 126, and then for 4-3. Anytime I put a fraction, just know it's there. I'll put it for this first one, but I probably won't do it for the rest of them. Okay, yeah, Hauser, a lot better QB. He has, yes, 1,689 yards. He's 142 for 210. Still that a little bit. And he's got 8-4. So, just based off the quarterback play, you can kind of tell who's better. It's definitely Caden Hauser, I think is his name. I think it's Caden. Caden, whatever, same thing. So obviously, better. I'm not sure about the percentage. I think that's teensy bit. That's pretty near, huh? Maybe about 80 out of 130 roughly. And then about 140 out of 210. It's about the same. So I was pretty close, and that's a lot better too. So obviously the QB play. The only difference is, yeah, I mean they're running backs, but here's the difference in that. I don't know who Tulsa's running back is. Richardson. 112 carries, 2 touchdowns, and 538 yards. I mean, for 112 carries, yeah, I mean, averaging about 5 or so a carry. It's not bad. 2 touchdowns. So obviously East Carolina definitely leans on the pass a little bit more, and I know that because first off, look at the stats. Saying off, I know they have the weapons. I think they have some. They have some dude who's leading in receiving yards. Yeah, Yancey Smith or what's his name? Anthony Smith or whatever. There's a Y Smith or something. I don't know. Anyways, Montgomery. I'll probably write this down. It's not important. 240 yards, 60 carries, 2 touchdowns. So same amount of touchdowns, about half the carries, about half the yards. So running game is pretty equal, I think. I think the obvious winner here is ECU. They're at home. They're by 17 and a half. That seems like the right answer. So I'll keep kind of, I don't know, just kind of a prediction bar down here somewhere. I'll get there when I get there. But, probably should have got like a rag for this. I'll do that here in a second. I should just get rid of this. Thank you, Chris. I'll keep that. So, yeah, got ECU over Tulsa. hard to pick. I probably won't do a bunch of games like that. I'll probably do just a few. So, let's do PC. I'll do that. This will kind of be my box right here. I'll just write a list. Um, all right, the Friday games. Now those are some good games. So I'll go ahead and go Louisville at Miami. Okay, well, honestly, I forgot what Louisville's quarterback's name is. I forgot. Miami's favored on by 13 and a half. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot that's gonna do. Let's try. All right. Okay. Wow. See this dude again. I'm telling you, Louisville's underrated. Um, and then 7 touchdowns, 4 seconds. Carson Beck. Oh, I forgot to put the yardage. He's got more yards. And then Carson Beck. I'll put the yards down there as well. Oh, 13. That's a 30. That's okay. Whatever. Just he has less yards. Go ahead and do that. 102 from 139. Then okay. That's a lot better. That's better. Again, that's about the same. I'm gonna call that a draw because we're in a day. I like Miami's defense a lot better. Their running game, I think, is better. Yeah. Um, I'll just write down rushing. And then just know this side's Louisville, that side's Miami. I like Louisville's running back. Yeah, Isaac Brown, he's pretty good, but I don't know. He's got 334 rushing yards, 46 carries, 3 touchdowns. Fletcher's got a good bit. Yeah, he only got 78 carries. Well, I should probably put the yards in this. 28, 78 carries, and he's got he's got 1 touchdown. I like Miami all in all in this game. I think their defense is a lot better too. I wouldn't be surprised if you flipped it to what can this be watched on? ESPN. I wouldn't be surprised if you flipped over to ESPN or ABC and it wasn't a bad game. I think Louisville's a little underrated. If I was picking the spread, I'd pick Louisville. But I still think Miami's got this by like 7 or 10 touchdown, field goal, something like that. All right, so we'll get a rag real quick to erase this better. Okay, so I just thought about it. I'm gonna see if a pillow works. Crazy stuff we got going on here. Let's just see. Oh, no, that's awful. It's not bad. I don't know why they just go ahead and get a rag just in case. It'll be fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Man, Friday's games actually aren't bad because I'll show you what we got now. And then we got Nebraska, Minnesota. Yeah. Alright, so team stats. Nebraska's favored by 8. Mm. Yeah, really the only thing you need to know here is that Minnesota's main running back, I think it's injured, I think. Darius Taylor, I think that's his name. But Rail, I just want to put these up here. I don't know how to ravioli, whatever. I don't know how to spell his name, but 138. I mean, they're passing the ball a lot. And then that's the big stuff. I can do this. I didn't do it for Miami, but it's alright. I don't think it matters. Yeah, and their running back's good. Rail, he's such a good quarterback. He's underrated, I think. Oh, I forgot to put the yards. It's not hard to figure out. He's beating Lindsey and everything here. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. This is probably one of those games that other people who don't know ball just think that think it'd be close because it's away game for Nebraska. But y'all know how I feel about Big Ten away games compared to SEC away games. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. That's short pretty good. I could erase it on my fingers, but then I'll erase it later in life, so I'm not going to. All right. Yeah. Oh, flip. I just what? Oh man, I just erased all this. Miami. We don't have basketball. I think that's all the games I've said so far. Okay. So as I say, Utah State, Utah State. Do I really need to get UNC in California right now? UNC's trash, bro. Just because it's a home team. California's favored by 10. Yeah, like, come on. I know, I mean, UNC Cal. I mean, mm, I don't, come on. I don't think I have to really write any of this stuff down for this game. For GCC. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see none of it. You didn't see none of it. You didn't see none of it. Man. Okay, just to talk about Carolina real quick. They came into this season like ranked like 20 something. I mean, they had high expectations this year. They thought Belichick was going to turn everything around. He was going to build a dynasty there this year and next year. And, well, expectations weren't like championship level high this year, but I was expecting them to make the moves. But right now they're 2-3. Oh my goodness, 430 yards for Lopez. I mean, that's awful. And then the other dude, Saga Puletel, Putele. Yeah, that's that's really all you need to see, folks. I, I really didn't have to cover this game. Let's be honest. Okay. See, it's tough. It's tough now because on ESPN right now, we got Alabama and Tennessee as the first matchup on Saturday, but they are primetime game 7:30, so that wouldn't be chronologically correct. So I'm gonna go with LSU and Vandy. Oh crap! Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need like a rag, man. TCU, Miami, Nebraska, Cal. Nice. All right, let me get a rag real quick. Just pause it. All right, rag secured. All right, so finally we get a good SEC matchup. Probably the best one I've mentioned so far. What is this? L8? LAU, bro. They're 10, I think. Vandy's like 17. I don't know. Okay. The Vandy's favored over LSU. What a time to be alive. Vandy is favored over LSU. What a time to be alive now. All the quarterback stuff is pretty similar here. So, I'll write down for y'all. Actually, no, it's not. It is on the surface. No, it's obvious. Okay. 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 Then, yeah. This is why I don't like Garrett Nussmeier. He's got yards. Barely. I mean, I like Pavia. I like Pavia. Unless he's playing Alabama, I like Pavia. I think Diego is is a great quarterback. And the leader in rushing yards for Vandy this year is actually also Diego Pavia. 60 carries. 60 carries for 352 yards. And how many touchdowns? Two. I like Cedric Alexander too. Yeah. In the rushing game um for Caden Durham isn't really isn't better than Pavia. He's the running back. I mean, he's got 67 carries for two touchdowns and less yards. Honestly, I mean, on the surface it looks like Vandy, but here, I mean, the real thing is in defense. Yes, like you can tell, just kind of the depth chart on the linebackers and everything. That's that's big stuff. I'll bring it over there. I honestly, I had LSU as 10 or 11 in my power rankings. I didn't have Vandy on there. I gotta go Vandy. I said that LSU was fraudulent from day one. And all they've done is either prove me or inch closer to proving me. Right. So, I got Vandy. I mean, their First Bank Stadium ain't an empty hole anymore. Vandy actually has something to cheer for now. A bowl game. Maybe. Alright. Oh, yeah, this game's a duty, too. Awesome. You gotta update the thing. Vandy. Alright. So we got Georgia. Oh, man. Yeah, this game. I wouldn't want to watch this game. If there's any game I want to watch besides Georgia Ole Miss and Tennessee and Alabama, it's this game. Um, okay. I like. And then, okay. Um. Yeah. This is why I think Darian, right? Yes, Darian. This is why I think Mensa. That's just Darian Mensa is just so underrated. He's got a bunch of yards. Yeah. 15 touchdowns. Like that. That's crazy. That's good. Um. Okay, Haynes King. Okay, so simplified. That's better. I think it's better. May not be. Somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere. Like that. Just looks like a pretty number. And then for those of you who can't do basic math, this is a 4-to-1 ratio. This is a so this is better. That's better. So I want to say I got Duke win this game, but I mean the rushing attack for Georgia Tech is a lot better. Haynes King is their leading rusher. He's got 87 carries for 440 yards and 9 touchdowns. While Nate Shepard has 56 carries for 447 yards and 4 touchdowns. So basically, Haynes King as a rushing takes over all of Duke's rushing. So, I mean, I like Georgia Tech in this matchup. I like Duke in this matchup. But you can't like them both. Which doesn't make sense. But it's going to have to. When it comes down to it, again, I'm not big of a defensive stat guy. More of offense. See how the quarterback's playing. See the rushing attack. Just kind of see how many points they're putting up. I mean, does that even? Oh, they don't show me that. But Georgia Tech's favored by 1.5. That's some Small spreads. So basically, you're just picking who to win if you're trying to pick a spread. Um, I don't know. Duke has a 61.8% chance of winning according to ESPN Analytics. But I don't know. I don't believe that. ESPN Analytics is a lot. All right, here's how we're going to do it. Here's how we're going to do it. Here's how we're going to do it. Okay, so here's an end zone, right? Here's an end zone. Here's an end zone. I'm gonna draw a few defenders, right? A few defenders. A few defenders. Let's just say like, all right, this is out of bounds. All this is out of bounds. All right, right. All this is out of bounds. All this is in. This is all in. All right, right there. I got to start from right here. This is line of scrimmage, and I got to make it all the way to the end zone exactly without touching any defenders. If I do, Duke wins. All right. Just so you know, I'm close my eyes. All right, we'll start there. Boom. Oh well. Oh. Does that count? I cleanly went through there, but I stopped. Oh man, that's tough. I'm just trying to play a little game here to decide who to win. And I didn't know it was going to be controversial. This is more controversial than the Georgia Auburn game. I mean, applaud that, man. Applaud that. I didn't think I was even going to get past the first few defenders, man. That's a game that I just made up, and there's already controversy in it. Okay. I'm going to give it a 50-50 chance. If I land inside the circle, it's Duke. If I don't, it's Georgia Tech. Again, I'm going to close my eyes. Right here. All right, let me just get the trace down. Because I kind of want to pick Duke. All right. Boom. All right, Georgia Tech. That's probably a good thing. I think it's probably a good thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Duke won, but I mean, from my standpoint, I have to pick Georgia Tech. That's how the system works. Okay, GT. All right. Nice. Make sure it's still filling. Nice. And now we got Washington and Michigan. Ooh, I like this game. This is probably the only Big Ten game I'd be interested in right now. Michigan's favored by a touchdown. All right. Okay. Got Williams and Underwood. Um, hmm. Oh wow, that is shocking. I did not think it'd be that much of a difference. I mean, Washington has been balling out. I ain't gonna lie. Washington has been balling out. The only loss is to Ohio State, I think, right? 92. I think that's what it was. It is, yeah. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Oh, I didn't finish that, yeah. I'm with you. Man, from the quarterback play, I mean, Washington's good, but the big thing is probably going to be defense. But I don't want to look at defense. Come on. Don't make me want to look at defense. I will if I have to. Actually, will. I probably not. Oh, this guy's been playing at Michigan. You know what? I don't need to spend too much time on this. It's a Big Ten game. It's not a crucial game. I'm going to pick Michigan solely because it's Michigan. If it was because of anything else, because Washington's cooking Michigan on the ground too. So, oh, I gotta get this thing flowing a little bit better than what it has been. All right, we good. All right, Washington, Michigan, UConn, Boston College. That does not matter. I'm picking UConn probably. Boston College kind of sucks. Arizona, Houston. I won't break down this game, but something I'll put Houston right here just to know who I got. Houston. Baylor, TCU. I will break down this game. This game's good. TCU's favored by 2.5. Yeah, I got both. I got both QBs in here on my fantasy team. Yeah, this is some stuff, man. None of these guys are in yet. Okay, so we got Robinson. We got. Okay. Yeah. Oh. We got how many? 18. 93. Okay. 28. Baylor is an offensive heavy team for sure. Because you'd think their main passing team, but their rushing game is really good too. I just forgot. I saw one number. I mean, honestly, that's better. That's more, and that's less. Um, well, I mean, that's actually probably better, but I mean, I'm gonna call that even, and then of course that's better. Passing game and then the rushing game. Bryson Washington, he's wonderful. Uh, seven touchdowns, and Barnes is Barnes is really top. Clearly, from that, you'd think you'd pick Baylor. Hello, hey, in the office. Call the house phone because I gotta look at stats for a podcast, type stuff. You can't. Why not? Oh, I thought you said you can't. Okay. See it. Oh, dang it, man. I picked out everything I had. Oh, I mean, okay, well, that's better. That's better. Call the house phone. All right. Cooking. No, we're not in basketball yet. I know how to say it, but we're not in basketball yet. Oh man, where was I at? No, we're not doing just top 25, bro. We're more in depth than that. I just picked top 25 again. I'm an idiot. Okay, we're good. So we're back to Baylor TCU. Alright, I'm just going to leave it at Baylor. I'm not going to waste so much time on this because, I mean, both of these teams are very sneaky offense. Very underrated. The only problem I have with Baylor is that they got destroyed by Auburn. And again, that supports the case that the SEC is the best conference because I don't think a Big Ten team has put that big of a throttle on another powerful conference except themselves. So that's just kind of sad. They may have, but I'm just going to say that because I want to. I can. Tulane's favored by 9.5. Don't need to cover that. I got Tulane. Oh crap! Who did I just pick? Baylor. It's kind of sad when you pick somebody and you're like, who did I just pick? Because you should know because it's your pick, but it's okay. Don't matter. Oh, Oklahoma, South Carolina. Oklahoma's favored by 5. That's kind of tough. I gotta stop erasing that. Oklahoma. Okay, got jump. Wait, okay, yeah, honestly. Okay. Well, there you go. There we go. There we go. Yards isn't always the case, especially when, well, I mean, Oklahoma's beating them on the running game, but honestly, I think completion matters because different tempos of offenses can have heavy impact on a game, obviously. So, oh yeah, rushing yards. What am I doing? Well, I'm just going. Oh, okay. I think it's 231. Okay, three touchdowns for each. So, yeah. I, I don't want to pick South Carolina though. Oklahoma's going to be mad coming off the Texas game. South Carolina, I don't know what's going on. They just kind of, I mean, I'm going to pick Oklahoma. They're not at home. I don't trust it, but I'm gonna look at some real quick, and then I'm gonna make the pick. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I want to have Oklahoma. I don't know if I want to have South Carolina. I don't know if I can pick them. I'll pick them. Home games in the SEC are hard. I mean, do South Sea. That's fine. Or home games and away games in the SEC. This game is gonna be tough for Oklahoma. Or this is an upset pick. I don't care. I think South Carolina got it. Because Oklahoma before the Texas game, I knew their record did not show how overrated they were. You can't say a team's overrated when they're 6-0. Like, what else do you want to do? Not win a game? Like, come on. But I mean, I did not think Oklahoma was good to begin with. Well, I'm not a big Mateer fan. I'm not a big Mateer fan. I think they shot again. I'm not doing that good today, guys. Check out the score on South Alabama, Arkansas State. Fourth and goal for Arkansas State on the 10. So, 7-6. Okay, where was I at? West Virginia, UCF. UCF, easy. I don't need to put that down. Purdue, Northwestern. Northwestern. I don't need to put that down. Ohio State, Wisconsin. I mean, I'll put this down because they're a ranked team. That is a big OSU. I mean, you can say Indiana. I'll put down. That's out of the question. Oh yeah, this game's gonna be something. Yeah, I don't know, man, about this one. This one's a trap game if I've ever seen one. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you watch the Power Rankings. And my name, the other one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think this is gonna be a good quarterback battle. I like both these guys. Oh, I didn't put the yards. Oh, that's not 38. It's 54. I forgot. This stat stuff just kind of helps me pick a little bit. You're not into it? Yeah, that's kind of whatever. Okay. Well, okay. So, ooh, three, a little less than three. So that's technically better. Um, it's also a bit better. I think. Is it? I don't know. It's close to even. What's Taylor Green? I like Taylor Green. He is a good quarterback. If I had to pick the quarterback battle, I'm picking Taylor Green. But what happens is the rushing game. Um, 6 touchdowns for Moss, and I mean, there's 5 from Washington, but I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The stats don't show it, but I mean, the rushing game between these two, I'm giving it to Texas A&M for sure. Um, Again, I mean, the road game in the SEC is tough. Okay, so right now, Texas A&M is averaging around around 32 points per game, and they're allowing around around 20, around 21, something like that. Arkansas, I mean, man, they're averaging they're averaging around 30. But the only problem with them is that they're allowing just a little bit more. They're allowing about 35. We'll call it 35. Now, here's the problem. Arkansas has played at Tennessee versus Notre Dame. What's it they played? Yeah, at Memphis, at Ole Miss. Yeah, at Ole Miss. I mean, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. And if you want to play common opponent, you could, because Texas A&M did beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame's on both these teams' lists. But again, you gotta respect Arkansas. I mean, Texas A&M played at Notre Dame. Arkansas played them at home. They got destroyed. But again, Texas A&M. I just don't know. It feels kind of shaky. Texas A&M has played at home versus all three of of their SEC opponents. This is going to be their first SEC road game. If you don't know, it's uh, Florida, Mississippi State, and I think Auburn. And then they play like versus Utah State and like yeah at Notre Dame. They've had one away game. It was at Notre Dame. It was a conference game. I mean, based on these two games right here, you want to say A&M, but I mean, this is my upset pick for the week, like my biggest one, because I think I think Texas A&M is going to be shocked coming to this game, seeing how 2-14 plays that has kind of just been given a rough time. I mean, they've lost by a total. I mean, you saw it was about 5, about every time. Arkansas lost by 3 to Tennessee. They got blown out by Notre Dame. 1 to Memphis. 6 to Ole Miss. But they blew out Arkansas State and another dude. Um, I like Arkansas in this matchup. Taylor Green is dog. Um, Jalen Washington. Jalen Washington. That ain't it. It's something Washington. Michael. Mike. Same thing. You know, he's a good running back. I like Taylor Green and Michael Washington. I like Marcel Reed and Moss, but it's just how it is. Moss and Oak. So yeah, I have Arkansas. I do have Arkansas. That's probably the biggest surprise. That's my upset pick. I'll even draw an arrow to it and be like, wow. Okay, because that's crazy. Yeah, hey, I'm on something right now, bro. Georgia and Ole Miss, man. Georgia's favored by 8.5. Holy crap, that's actually kind of crazy. Okay, I didn't think they'd be favored by that much. I thought they'd be favored by like 4 or 5, maybe even 3. But now they're favored by 8. Holy. All right, you guys know the deal. This is probably the game that everybody could be watching. Messed up my head again. Let's go. Okay, 8, 37. That's good. That's all right. Okay. I know it's 6 and 1. I know that. Um, Unless one of these numbers are outstanding or abysmal, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. This is pretty important. keep forgetting the yards. I mean, it's pretty even too. I mean, barely. I'm, that's even. That's even. Let's just say it's even. Well, I mean, you could either credit the wide receivers or credit his deep balls. Because, I mean, 85 attempts, 115. I mean, I'll give it to him, but it's not going to be a huge victory. I'll give that to Stockton. Oh, man, the rushing game. Rushing game is Ole Miss, man. Or Q and Lacey or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Cuban. Cuban. I always just say Cuban. I ain't watched none of Ole Miss's game this year. I watched highlights. Yeah. Gosh. I'll put the touchdowns. And the yard, of course. I forgot that. Wow. That is a wonky 5, man. Alright. Oh. Odd from Georgia. 3-15-4. Man, from this you wanna. Not bad. I don't know why I put a line there. From this you wanna pick Ole Miss. From this, you got your quarterback wins, you got your rushing wins. But here's where I'm gonna go. Okay, here's where I'm gonna go. I haven't picked Ole Miss. I haven't picked Georgia. I may pick Ole Miss. I may pick Georgia. Never know. This is gonna be a close game for sure. It's gonna be a good game. You definitely be watching if you can. But let me give you their offers just because I need to show you that. Okay. This is the last 5 games. I mean, week 1. I don't think it really matters. That was a cupcake for both of them, I think. Okay, yeah. Ole Miss. Yeah, they played one away game in the first game. Well, it wasn't their first game. It was their first SEC game, I think. Right, first SEC game. And it was at Kentucky. They won by 7. And then they went at home for the next 4 games. Yeah. So Arkansas, Tulane. Um. Was it? Okay. Here is the problem with Ole Miss. Okay, I'm gonna mark out this Tulane game because it's. I mean, they won by 35. But just to show you my point, against Power 4 schools. Yeah. Okay. So they won by 6. And then LSU won by 5. LSU's ranked team, but I don't care. They're ranked 4 at the time. Or maybe I don't know. It don't really matter. Against Wazoo, 3. They're combined. I would rank their schedule of strength right now. So far, out of 10, like 10 being maybe Alabama, maybe I don't know. Some other schedule was just really hard, like 4 ranked teams, and something like that as a 10. I would rank it like LSU. That's a tough game. At first, and this total is against Power 4 schools. It's 8, it's 13, it's 21 on that. Georgia, however. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and. Okay, so. Okay, so verse, yeah, awesome. And then at Tennessee, I think. Oh yeah, can't forget this game. Man, I cannot remember. Credit. They played at Auburn. Okay, so they're net again. This game don't really matter. Our rival school, so we'll mark it out. Just we did don't miss, just to be fair. All right, I'm being fair. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me do one ranked win. Okay, they got one ranked win. Okay, let's just keep that there. Let's keep that there. Okay, so Georgia at Tennessee. They lost by Alabama, so by 30, so it kind of just subtracts. Again, rank. So right now they have one ranked win. Go put this down there, Chris. They don't have another one. Okay, so it's one ranked win. Whatever. I'm gonna rate their strength of schedule right now is definitely higher than theirs. Okay, so Kentucky cancels out. Well, that's activated, so it's over. But Kentucky cancels out. At Auburn, pretty heavy. Versus Alabama's pretty heavy. At UT is really heavy. I'm ranking it 7 out of 10. Okay? That's higher. But they're net, so that cancels out. Versus Kentucky. Um, that is 21 by itself. Truly, it is. And although this game was a little skewed, I don't really like it. Even if you took away from it a little bit, they won by 10. So that's 31. They both have one ranked win, 31-21. So that gives it to Georgia. 7 out of 10, in my opinion, their strength schedule. They both have one ranked win. I don't know how you don't go for Georgia in this matchup. At home, I know they lost at home to Alabama, but Alabama is a different team than Ole Miss. Okay. I mean, at that point, Alabama wasn't. I mean, you could go that route. At that point, Alabama was like 3-1, 2-1 maybe. I don't know. I think they were 2-1. Let's see, Florida State L, ULM, Wisconsin. I think they were 2-1. I think. Yeah. So at that point, I guess you could say the same argument. They went in there and they beat Georgia. And that game should have been as close as it was, but it was. They still got out with a win. But it's something about this Ole Miss team. It just feels like it's just kind of like destined to fail. I don't know how to explain it, but I got UGA. Go Dogs. All right. SMU Clemson. That I want to break down that game, but at the same time I don't. Listen, Clemson's playing at home. I'll just put Clemson right here. I'll put Clemson. All right, we'll start down the line. We'll start doing right names up there. UNLV, Boise State. Already. You can go watch the other video on this. I got Boise State. Coastal App State. I got App State. I got James Madison. I got Marshall. I got Temple winning against Charlotte. I got North Texas over UTSA. Ohio over Northern Illinois. Nice. Texas Tech and Arizona State. Now this is a game right here, boys. I like this game. Texas Tech is favored by 9. That's pretty tough. All right. I don't know why I wrote it. Mark it if you could, bro. It's 0-1. Yes. I don't know why I wrote it so close, but not a big deal. I'll just do this because it's pretty similar. It's near similar. If you wanted it, Morton's got a better pass completion percentage, but by a little bit. So I did this. I think it's 8-3, right? It is. Rushing game is it's not identical. It's close though. Yardage cancels. I'll write this. Carries and then touchdowns. Yardage cancels. Carries cancel. The only thing that's different is negative. They're winning the quarterback play. They're winning the rush. By technicality, that could just be they get in the red zone. They're rushing. So I'll kind of do the same thing that I do with Georgia, Ole Miss, and then Texas A&M and Arkansas. I'll look at their schedule, break it down. Yeah. I mean, if you want to just look at that, you gotta say Texas A&M, but we're gonna look at this too because that's what we do. Okay, last 5 games. State. It's not Kansas State. Just don't think about it. Okay. I think it's right. I think that's the order. Dang it, bro. Okay. I don't think it matters. They're both away. Now here's okay. So mark out cupcakes. That's what I do. That's the first thing you do. If it's mathematical equation in college football, mark out the cupcakes. Oregon State's a cupcake. Let's be honest. Come on, they're 0-7. Utah. Yeah, this is a big deal. Whenever I was doing my power rankings, and I said Texas Tech deserves to be above Alabama and Ole Miss, and honestly, Texas A&M in my. Now, I didn't put them above Texas A&M, but in the AP poll, this is why Ole Miss. I mean, their Texas Tech schedule is a little bit easier, but at Utah, whenever Utah's in like 16th or something, I don't really know. Won by 24. That's a big game. They won by 24 against Houston. That 24 is here. And then against Kansas, they won by 25. That is 73, I think, right? And then they have one right now. I should put RW from now on. They have one, okay? Strength of schedule, probably 4 out of 10, let's be honest. This game's tough. Bumps up like a 3. At Houston's not easy. Bumps up maybe a 4. I mean, versus Kansas. It's not the same as Ole Miss because Ole Miss played in the SEC, and I hate it. I don't care what you say. I mean, it's subjective. It's opinionated. You can have whoever you have in this game, and I'll have whoever I have. It's subjective. Okay. Yeah. What a schedule. That was not good. Let's see. Where's. Dang, they've been traveling every other game, man. In this game, I watched. I didn't mean to mark it out, but I watched. It's Baylor then. Okay, again. Well, this one actually kind of matters because it's at Baylor and versus TCU, which these two teams play different. So, common opponent. Wow, that's pretty neat too. In both of these games right here, at Baylor versus TCU, they won 27-24. So if you're TCU or Baylor and you're looking at common opponents, you're not going to get anything because it's the exact same score. That's what makes that game pretty good too. Who did I pick in that game? Baylor. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, mark out cupcakes. Texas State. Sorry, but I think you're a cupcake. You're not awful. I think they're 3-3, but non-power five unless it's like UNLV, Boise State, Memphis, Navy, Notre Dame, obviously. I mean, James Madison, Old Dominion, maybe App State, maybe. That's kind of it, though. If I'm being honest, I'm trying to think of other schools, but I don't think any of Western Michigan, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But anyways, I got 3-3. Okay, sucks. They lost by 4 at Mississippi State. Again, SEC's proven itself, man. I don't know what to tell you. And then, of course, yeah, this is awful. That's awful. So this cancels out and becomes 2 negative 30. That doesn't say a lot. That's one game carrying. Their strength of schedule, I mean, you got to weigh the same right there, but at Baylor's a lot tougher. I think versus TCU kind of outweighs Houston. I think TCU's just a little bit better. And then, of course, at Mississippi State. Honestly, their strength of schedule, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I will. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. So they definitely win that. Definitely. I think I gave it a 4 out of 10. Yeah, they win that. They lose this by a lot. Then they have 0 returns, I believe. Nope. Nope. Yeah, 0. So, I mean, I think the winner's clear here. Shouldn't be hard. I know they're going to be at home. What's their record at home? Yeah, they're undefeated at home. I think they're 3-0 at home. Maybe 4-0. No, they're 3-0 at home. They have one away win. It's Baylor. I mean, 3-0 at home. They're trying to keep their undefeated streak alive, but I don't know. Texas Tech. I think they're 6. I think they're undefeated on the road. Yeah, you didn't laugh at that. I'll do it. Get it because they're undefeated, so they have to be undefeated on the road. And I think they still played at Utah. Yeah. At Utah, at Houston, they won both those games. So, for that reason, I have Texas State. Separate. Okay, we're about halfway through. No, I'm just kidding. Memphis UAB. You watch those videos, you know. We got Memphis. I could have swore I already put Memphis somewhere. Oh, I did. It was whenever Arkansas played them. Mississippi State, Florida. I'm not going to break down this game, but for personal reasons, I got Mississippi State. I mean, they at one time they were 4-0 with a ranked win, and they weren't in the AP poll. So, and that's whenever they went to overtime with Tennessee that same week. So, yeah. Okay, Oregon over Rutgers. Come on. I don't know who you are for picking Rutgers. And again, I explained this in my other video, but this is the thing with the Big Ten, the SEC. You have Oregon at Rutgers. It's not going to be a game probably. But you have Texas at Kentucky, and I'm not going to break that one down. I'll say it's Texas, but that's going to be a game. Ole Miss at Kentucky was a game. Washington State at Virginia. That's going to be Virginia. Don't even write that down. I got Texas over Kentucky. Penn State, Iowa. I honestly have Iowa there. Maryland over UCLA. Hawaii over Colorado State. Okay. We're at USC and Notre Dame. This is a good game too, man. This is essentially a playoff game for Notre Dame because if they lose this, they don't have any more quality opponents, so they can't really strengthen their resume in any way possible. They'll be a 3-loss team with no ranked wins, I think. Right? They don't have a ranked win as it stands. Right? I'm gonna look. NC State, Boise State, Arkansas. Dude. Yeah. Nope. They don't. All right. USC, this may be new. I don't think it's neutral. I think it's at Notre Dame. I'll lose. Yeah, okay. It's at Notre Dame. It's not neutral. It's pretty bad handwriting, but we'll deal with it. Oh yeah, you know I love me some. I spelled that so wrong. I'll. Man. This is gonna be a good quarterback matchup. Yards. That's 200. So that's a 2 in case you couldn't tell. I'll click a Z. Again, I'll put the completion near the same percentage, I think. Yeah, it is. Oh, wow, interesting. Wow, barely. Honestly, keep it. Um, barely. I do think. I never knew how to pronounce his dang name, bro. I've always just said Maeva. I'm just going to pray. You know what they need to do? Hear me out. On their player profile, they should have like a pronunciation of their name, of themselves saying their name. Like, you know what I'm saying? 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 Yeah, Jaden. I just said Jaden Maeva. Maeva. I don't know. We're just gonna say we're just gonna say M. No, I'll just say Maeva. I've said that the entire season. Okay, rushing yards. Oh my goodness. Jeremiah Love, bro. He's got to be top 5 running back in the league. I love Jeremiah Love. He got 8 touchdowns. He doesn't have the most yards. He has like 583, right? Something like that. 530. That's cool. I mean, I don't know. Not 5 touchdowns with like, and he has more yards. No, he has a little less. Oh, but that's still more because I still got this wrong. It's 30. I mean, no, you can't. No, this is not an argument. If you say you don't know ball, you don't say Jordan or Jeremiah Love is better than Wayman Jordan. What are the names, bro? I feel like I'm on an episode of Key and Peele. I mean, based on everything, I'm going to go over the strength schedule again because I should have been doing that the whole time. I haven't been. I should have been. I should have been looking at it because that's really what I base a lot of things on. I don't really care about the stats if your strength of schedule is a bunch of cupcakes or if it's a bunch of ranked opponents. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Make sure we're still rolling. Got some paranoia. Okay. What am I getting right now? Yeah, right. Notre Dame, okay. USC. Okay. Mark out cupcakes. I'm going to right to set it down. Alright, nice. I don't know why I did that. I think I'm on USC, right? I am. Ooh. Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois, Michigan. Okay, so they lost one game and it was to Illinois. Oh, yeah. By two, though. I mean, that's pretty good. I think Illinois was ranked at the time. Yes, they were. Okay. And Michigan State, not ranked. Michigan was ranked at the time. So that's also ranked wins. These are ranked wins. Well, ranked loss. I guess you would say. Okay, so we got 16, 14. Okay, I'll write this down. 16, 14. So that's 30. 30 minus 2. So we got 28 coming in the Michigan game. Then they whoop Michigan, man. That's why I picked Michigan, right? I did. I don't know, because don't they play like, yeah, Washington, and Washington's doing real good. It's 18. 18. So this is 46. And honestly, their strength of schedule, it's not bad. I mean, at Purdue, that's not really good. At Illinois, that's tough. Or at Michigan, that's tough. These two games are cool. Big Brother cupcakes. Their bigger brothers to the cupcakes. So honestly, I was going to think like a 6, 7. But I'm just going to roll a 6. I'm just going to roll 6. These two games really. Okay, I'm going to roll a 5. Actually, I'm going to roll a 5. I mean, you're at home versus Michigan. Away at home is probably the big one that's carrying you. Okay, Notre Dame. Ooh. Notre Dame gets a bunch of home games, is what I noticed, man. And then Purdue, Arkansas, Florida State. Yeah. Okay. A&M, they lost by 1. I like that though. I like that. That is a game that I like. As far as strength of your schedule goes, they won this game by 26. More than them. I mean, again, and now with that Purdue, that was okay. So I guess it could carry. Um, at Arkansas, man, they blew them out. 43, I think, is what that is. Yeah. Oh, come on. That's tough. 2 SEC teams, and they're 1-1. I like that. Boise State, they won by 21. Oregon State, they won by 29. So, 21, 29. That's 50. Subtract that, make it 25. It's 43. So, 50. 50 plus 68. That is 108. 18. Yeah. It's a lot better. And their strength schedule is like a 7 out of 10. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a heavy game. That's a pretty good. This is my favorite game. Arkansas has had their worst loss to them instead of teams like Tennessee, and that was at Tennessee. I like this game, and for that reason, I got Notre Dame. I mean I can't pick against it. They have 0 ranked wins. That's kind of well, neither does USC now. Well, yeah, they do. They have 1. They have 1 ranked win. Notre Dame has 0. I like that win too. NC State, Boise State was just whatever. At Arkansas, 43 is a big win. That doesn't carry much weight. I'm gonna pick Notre Dame, and the reason is because the strength schedule's harder, and that's. I mean, they played 2 SEC teams. They lost to 1 by 1. They are now the number 14 in the country, according to the AP poll, not to me. Well, actually, yes, to me too, by technicality, because I did put them for my power rankings like an idiot. Anyways, and they took an SEC team that's, in my opinion, very sneaky, that fought with a bunch of other SEC teams, and they whooped the heck out of them, man. I think this video is like over an hour and a half long now, but it's alright. Talking about football, man. FAU in South Florida. I got South Florida, Pitt, and Syracuse. I got Pitt, man. I don't want to break that down. We ain't got time, but it says Pitt. All right, it says Pitt. Put a little line over here. I'll keep wow when it's a separate thing. All right. Good stuff. Missouri at Auburn. See, watching that, I want to break this game down too, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save it for Utah, BYU, and really just Alabama, Tennessee. That's all I got. That's all I'm going to do. I'll tell you the rest, though. I have Mizzou, man. Do I, though? Do I, though? No, they fought with Alabama good. Nah, yeah. And of course, I'm waiting that Alabama game because I'm biased. You can say whatever you want about that. Okay, and then I have Cincinnati winning over at they go to Oklahoma State. All right, Mexico winning. Florida State over Stanford. So so we have the BYU game. Okay, so we got Utah, BYU. Here's where those losses that we was talking about Utah going to play. This is 22-15. I haven't been writing rankings, but I thought this was important because this is two ranked matches. Right. And then of course we got the Alabama Tennessee game after this. Okay, and that would be it. That's kind of my stuff. Utah's favored by 3. It's kind of odd. I mean, I guess you could say that. Since BYU, I don't think they have a ranked win. It's 50-50 down the middle, too. That's pretty tough. Okay, so quarterback play is even. Yeah, almost exactly even. Dampier has 3 more touchdowns. That's really the only difference. Rushing. Oh, this is important. Not really. I mean, okay, yards per carry is about the same, but this dude, that's rushing. 378. My bad. 378. My bad. Just telling me he has more touchdowns though. So, oh, he has 4. But again, I mean, carries. He has a lot more carries. He has like 111 carries. He has like 70, I think. I'm trying to speed through this one because I want to really break down Alabama, Tennessee again. So I'm going to go look at strength of schedule because they're pretty evenly matched up on offense and it looks like defense as far as, I don't know. Utah's line is a little bit better, so let's just keep that in mind. Okay, so Utah, no cupcakes. At Wyoming, that's a risk. That's tough. I don't think it's a cupcake, but it's a cookie. All right, let's make that analogy. So let's do this right here. 3 important games. We'll run it up for BYU too. 3 important games. Actually, all their games are pretty important. I don't know, Stanford, I don't like that. ECU, that's not easy. But the 3 most important games are definitely their conference games, and that's okay. Okay. So Utah has went. Okay, Texas Tech, West Virginia, Arizona State. BYU, Colorado, West Virginia. Whoa, they must have bye weeks. They're like, I don't know. That was just weird. It looked like West Virginia was on the same week, but it's not because it wouldn't have a bye week. So let's see. Colorado, West Virginia, Arizona. Okay. None of these are ranked wins for BYU. None of these are ranked wins for Utah. Yes, they are actually. I think Hold on, let me look at this game real quick. Yeah, it was a ranked win. TCU was a ranked win for Arizona State. I don't think it would have changed much, though. I hate to say it. I don't think it would have changed much. Because TCU was ranked like 24th or something. BYU, I got to make sure none of these are ranked wins for BYU real quick. Okay, they're not. I was making sure. I didn't think they were. Let's look at Utah real quick. Make sure they don't have any more. Arizona State, that's it. Arizona State's their only one. Okay, so I was right about that. So there we go. So Utah's got one win, marker. We got 0. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. So we got, oh yeah. Okay, so for Utah, we have, that's not good. 34, 32. So that's canceled out, man. I'll tell you what. Put these together at 66, minus 24, so 42. We got 42 on the difference. I rank the 3 most important games. That's a tough game. That carries some weight. That's a tough game. Carries a lot of weight. It's at West Virginia. That's kind of a tough game. I give it a 6 out of 10. Mostly because of the Tech game, but they lost by a lot, so take that with a grain of salt. BYU, Colorado, West Virginia. Okay, so 3, 14. Okay, this is weird. 3, 14, 6, but in 2 overtimes. So everybody knows the amount of overtimes it goes into is what I divide it by. That's what I've always did. If it goes to 1 overtime, you deserve it. That's why I didn't do anything for Georgia. So, divide by 2. Really? So, okay. So, their strength of schedule, no ranked teams. And at Arizona, at Colorado is a tough game. At Arizona's not easy. They both play West Virginia. They didn't win it last time. I'm stuck between 4 and 5. I'll give it 5 just because at Colorado, but they have Texas Tech. So I'll give it 4.5. Either way, this schedule is definitely a little bit harder. Definitely. I mean, honestly, it's going to go down to 4. Actually, yeah, it will. That's a little bit harder, and of course, yeah, that's only 20. That's a lot. That's a lot better. BYU's unproven, and I said this in my undefeated teams that are most like, or who I predict or whatever. The video where I looked over all the undefeated matchups this weekend with undefeated teams in them. I said BYU was on upset watch because they ain't really done much. They're bound to get beat sometime soon, I think. And I got Utah in this one. I got BYU taking their first L. Even though they're at home, I just don't think BYU's had a real test yet. Colorado was probably pretty tough. Only won by 3, but Alabama beat Georgia. That was a fluke. So, was it a fluke? I don't know. We'll see at the end of the season. We'll see, because this happened last year. Okay, last game. I gotta put Utah. I'll put them in the box, man. Utah. I'm about done. Hold on. All right, last game. Save the best for last, and it's also because I have to scroll up all the way to the top. You got Alabama, Tennessee. Well, Tennessee, Alabama can't go right way. Third Saturday in October. We're already almost done with 2025. It's tough, man. Alabama's favored by 7. Oh, don't do that. Alabama is not good at covering the spread. Okay, quarterback matchup. This, I do want to write some of this stuff down. So, of course, you got Joey Aguilar. Is that how you spell that? Aguilar? What the flip? Why is there an I in there? Aguilar? Aguilar. Sounds about the same. And then, of course, you got an easy name. Tyson. Yeah, still can spell. Okay, so near dot on perfect comparison to yards. Right? Right. Okay, so this is even. And all you Tennessee fans are saying, nope, you got to do that. I've not done that. If it's been within 10 yards, I've said it's even. I think I called one that was like within 30 yards even. The only way I really give it to somebody is if it's like 100 yards more. Oh, yeah. I probably need to write this down. Okay, and then this is a good number. That is the best. I think it's the best we've seen today. Nobody's had more than 18, I know. Nobody's had more than 20, I know. We've seen a few like 3 zeros, I think, but tell you what, I'm just make sure I'm still recording because it's important, man. Okay. And of course, Joey Aguilar, whatever. I'm gonna start saying Aguilar just to make people mad. Okay, so he's 118, 182. I'll split down the notes and make it a little easier. I should have known that the whole time, but that's all right. 14 5 ratio. That is a lot better. I'm biased. I'll admit it. That's a tough thing for me to do. I'll admit it. I'm biased, but you can't deny the stats. That's better. But listen, hey, a little bit of my unbiased is going to come out right here because Deshaun Bishop and Jam Miller. Deshaun Bishop wins that matchup on both things because they have around the same carries, 58 to 63. Deshaun Bishop has 63, but Deshaun Bishop has 481 yards and I think 5 touchdowns. Right? Yeah, 5 touchdowns. That looks like a test. It don't matter. My handwriting's been awful all night. Jam Miller only has 267 and 1. Now, okay, keep in mind, Jam Miller was out for, I think, a total of like 2.5 games this season. And he may not even be playing against Tennessee. I think he will, but he may not because, of course, just write it down. I don't know why. Just felt like it. Wide receiver plays about the same. Jordan Bernard has been playing like a dog. Ryan Williams, he got a little banged up, so he didn't do good against Missouri. A lot of people overreacted about that. All right, now you know the big kicker. And that is our schedules. Man, it's almost like I don't want to pick Alabama so it don't come back and bite me. And Tennessee wins, so I don't really want to pick Alabama. But at the same time, I want to pick Alabama, so I sound confident. And I want to be confident, but if I'm confident, I feel like I'm going to lose. Everybody knows a confident fan is one of the worst things for your team. At least I feel like. Okay, ETSU, Cupcake, UAB, Cupcake. So we got, Williams got 3 games. I don't think Tennessee's first game was anybody crazy. It was Syracuse. Yeah, hey, you know what? I'll do that. That was at a neutral site, okay? Versus Georgia. At Arkansas? No. At Mississippi State. Right. And I like Mississippi State. I like that. I like that they was able to grind out that win. I'm going to value that win a bunch. And of course, Arkansas. This game concerning. Also, that game's a little concerning because it was at home. They should have won that though. They outplayed them, so I'm going to weigh that win a lot too. All right, let's go to Bama. Okay, I mean, just to be fair. Well, I mean, I don't know if you'd call Florida State a cupcake. Okay, just to be fair, I'm going to weigh Florida State and Wisconsin. I mean, I put 4 on here. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll put FSU on there because that it's there. That's 2 week 1 games. That's there. Also, that's at FSU. All right. At Georgia versus Vandy. The other 2 don't really matter. Wisconsin's not that good. ULM ain't good. I think Vandy was 16th. Unranked, ranked 5th, maybe? Not too sure. Maybe 6th. It don't really matter. They were somewhere in there. Georgia's like 5, somewhere in there. It's about the same. Okay? Unranked. Should have been ranked. I will put that there. Okay? And then at Missouri, who was 14th, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Gotta put minus 14 there. I hate to do it, but you got to. That's how it rolls. Okay, so we're by 3 at Georgia. That's going to be a heavy win. These 3 games are going to be heavy wins. 2 away games in the SEC, a ranked win at home. And it was by 16, which also was really more like by 7 maybe. And then Missouri by 3. So heavy. So you got to take out 14. 2, 3, and 3 is 6. So that's not great. As much as I don't want to be biased. As much as I want to be biased, I can't. Stats don't lie. I don't know why I erased it. Just we'll deal with it. There's 8. Just know that. Also, strength of schedule, 9 out of 10. All right, it's as close as you can get to the toughest schedule in the country. And I'll go ahead and put Tennessee's at like 7.5 or 8 out of 10, because one ranked team that should have been ranked, wasn't, and it was on the road. And then versus Arkansas, Syracuse, you know. Let me look at this real quick. They won by 21 against Syracuse, I'm pretty sure. They lost by 6. Remember, it's 1 overtime, divided by 1. That Mississippi State game, divided by 1, so it was a 7-point win. And then, of course, I forgot UGA. They lost by 6. My bad. And then Arkansas lost by 3. That game is the game that kind of weighs me down for Tennessee. I wanted to put Tennessee like at 6 or 5 in my power rankings, but that game weighed me down. That game weighed me down a little bit, just because, I mean, it should have went to overtime, but, you know, still, it's at Mississippi State's 15. So we got 21 minus 6 is 15. 7 is 22. That's 25. In case you didn't know, that's a lot better. Ranked wins. Now, here's what gets me about Tennessee. Tennessee has, as of right now, they are 0-1 against ranked teams. As of right now, listen, I do think they're going to get a ranked win at some point. I hope it's not Alabama. But right now, as of right now, 0 ranked wins. Alabama has 3. That's an awful R, and I apologize. So, these two speak loudly. These two speak loudly. This speaks loudly too. Don't worry, it does. But that speaks loudly. Based off of that, and the matched up QB play, kind of matched up running back play, I got Alabama win this game. I don't want to pick Tennessee because then it makes me look foolish. But I don't want to pick Alabama because then if they lose, I don't want to sound too confident because then they'll lose. Every time I'm confident about something, they end up losing. It's like whenever I stay humble, it works. But it's hard to do that when you want to sound confident in your own team. You know what I mean? So I got Alabama. That's gonna be it. I wrote down Utah. Say this spot for Alabama. And that will be it. I'll just kind of recap. Utah over BYU, Alabama over Tennessee, ECU versus Tulsa, I'm pretty sure, Miami over Louisville, Nebraska over Minnesota, Cal over North Carolina, Vandy over LSU, my bad, would take over Duke, Michigan over Washington, Houston over, crap, I'll have to go back there. I'll scroll down while I can. I forgot he used to play it. I remember it was like, the only thing I remember is like it was Arizona. I think it was Arizona. Believe it or not, I think I just guessed and I got it right. Let's be honest, okay. Yeah, it was over Arizona. Nice. Then I had Baylor over TCU, South Carolina over Oklahoma, Ohio State over Michigan State, or over who did they play? Wisconsin, my bad. Indiana over Michigan State, Arkansas over Texas A&M, Georgia over Ole Miss, Clemson over SMU, Boise State over UNLV, Texas Tech over Arizona State, Memphis over UAB, Mississippi State over Florida, Oregon over Rutgers, Notre Dame. Oh, by the way, I missed these, but Virginia over Wazoo and Texas over Kentucky. And I'll take Iowa over Penn State. I'll take Maryland over UCLA. Anyways, Notre Dame over USC. Pitt over Syracuse, Missouri over Auburn, and in case you can't tell what that is, it's Cincinnati. Cincinnati over Oklahoma State. And of course, like I said, Utah over BYU, and Florida State over Stanford. So that'll be it. I need to go to bed. Got school tomorrow. Got a bunch of stuff I need to do. But hey, that's all right. No big deal. And talking about some football. We'll be getting into basketball pretty soon. We're going to get Chandler on this. We're going to talk some stuff over when it comes time. When the time strikes. Lord willing, Alabama wins this weekend. And as always, roll tide roll.